see this scene because they kept the scene, and he falls, and Joey hits the wall and knocks down pictures, completely not supposed to happen.
My mother's
falls
hurt.
down the stairs. Yeah, and I turn around, and I'm not facing camera now, because I'm watching Joey lead, and I'm laughing. You can actually see my shoulders, but I didn't think, the director's yelling, roll camera, continue, roll. I'm thinking, I gotta turn around now and look shocked. My parents are there, and I'm dying of laughter because it's just, and so I turn around and you almost see me snicker in the scene, so there's a bit of a secret there, but you can, because I'm really trying to hold it together. So that was probably one of my favorites.
Awesome.
It was really fun. It was a good time.
And you say?
I think, again, also when school's out, it was kind of my best and my worst scene experience. We had to go, I went from having to be like super happy because Joey tells Caitlin that, I think it's when he proposes, he gives her the ring and everything, so she's like super happy. And then the director, because it was the same room, he wanted to turn around and go right to the scene where she's bawling and freaking out because she found out that he was cheating on her. And no, it was the other way around. I just did like the bawling scene, I think. So I was like, and then we were gonna have to do another crime scene because you know how she like screams at him and then she goes into the room and she's like bawling. So I was all like getting myself all worked up to do that, and then I found out this is how it was. The director wanted to change it because of the lighting or something, and he wanted to do the happy scene. So I was all like ready to be like bawling and crying, and I said, oh, okay, so we're gonna do the scene when you're so over the moon and happy. And I was really upset. I was just like, so the producer was like, okay, well, I'm gonna talk to the director, and let's just do the other scene. And he had words with me of that, because he was like, you know, you're gonna find out as you get older and more professional, that you can't always accommodate you for these sort of things. I was just like,
I've only been doing this for 10 years, you know. That's tough.
But whatever, so they did it, and it's fine. But so, and it was a good scene. I liked the scene, I was happy with it, but I had to deal with that in my head then from now on. Oh, so I guess I'm not a professional actor.
It was tough, you know. They really, sometimes just to get us upset on camera, they would get us upset in real life. They would always say to me, Pat, we're going to fire you. I'm like, what?
Pat, they meant that.
Roll camera! Roll camera!
It wasn't to make you upset, they meant that every day.
Yeah.
You can't steal cars, you can't like...
It was,
I signed the petition.
next question. I want to hear another question.
So Degrassi dealt with a lot of really heavy issues. I'm wondering what each of you thought was the most important and pivotal episode or issue that you guys dealt with.
Good question. For me, I think the AIDS topic that we dealt with was pretty serious, and it was a good time to tell that story.
AIDS and suicide.
Suicide.
For sure. Yeah.
You guys?
Well, I'm sort of looking at it a different way where, like, you know, we do go back to stories over and over again because there's probably like 5 things that happen to a teenager, you know? And one of the things I looked at, because I loved it so much though, was looking back at, so Snake's brother was gay. That was as far as we could go as far as having a gay character at Degrassi. It's just with the time.
In the
you know?
80s.
In the 80s, it was like kind of crazy that we're even having a conversation. And I don't know if you remember the episode, but Snake's brother was basically banished from the family. And that was it. And then you jump ahead to Next Generation, and we watched Marco's coming in, which was a very different experience. And he's at the school, and he's telling these friends that he loves, and now we're in the school. And then you jump ahead another 10 years to like Tristan, who that character was introduced as fabulous. You know, he's out. And it's like watching the transition of a specific storyline means a lot that we had to have Snake's brother, and that terrible, you look back, you're like, fucking awful. And it's like, to get where we are with these stories today, so it's sort of like, that's the storyline I really enjoy.
And now you're doing transgender, you're doing...
It's like, but I mean, the world keeps opening up in ways that we have to look at, and we're always trying to be 3 years ahead. I remember Linda, Skyler, was saying, if we're going to do a transgender character, I need you to convince me that there are transgender kids watching this show. And we're like, welcome to the internet.
Yeah.
And it's like we're always expanding, but that's definitely the next steps of where we go with Degrassi. And that's, I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but that's how I look at the storylines. That storyline, that topic always got me as far as very true Degrassi.
Cool. Cool. Anything else?
Yeah, I don't really have a question, but whether or not, either now or even practice at the end of the show, whether or not Pat and Stefan will be able to sing a little bit of it.
Oh, I think that would be possible.
Okay, I will do it if the audience does it with us at the end of the show to wrap it up. Ay, you guys in your Zit Remedy shirts.
So Pat's gonna do it.
I'll do it later.
She grew up watching Degrassi Legacy, and she introduced me to the next generation. And I know she was really thankful because it opened up the door for her to talk to us.
Are you looking back at your mom to make sure that she agrees?
Right,
That's right.
Brito, why do you have to point to me?
Hi, Mom.
You guys really helped open the conversation for my mom to introduce things to us and have that dialogue. A lot of those things are hard to talk about, and we imagine hard to act. So, was there any storyline in particular that was really emotional for any of you guys to really bring to see, whether it was Craig dealing with bipolar or, you mentioned your brother? I just want to know if each one of you was kind of hard for you guys to act or emotional.
That's a good question.
You guys have really come up with good questions.
Yeah.
I mean, my take on it is what is hard because we all wanted the scariest stories.
Yeah.
You all want to be the one that's going through that terrible thing, and it sounds crazy because it's a competition between who's going to get the big story this year, and then you get it, and you are suddenly realizing you have to do a little research and work your ass off to make sure that we do the right things. That's all that show was about, was getting it right so that someone could watch and go, oh my God, thank God I'm not alone.
Sorry, I want to interject real quick. I do know that back in the 80s when we were doing the show, they were always looking at us. The producers, writers, directors, they were always looking at us and studying us and taking from our lives some experiences that we had dealt with. Yeah. Sometimes they would pull cast members aside and say, listen, we're thinking about doing a storyline for your character of a rape story, and are you even prepared to do something like that? You have a choice. You don't have to do it. I know for Neil's character, Wheels, they approached him after his real father passed away 6 months later and said, Neil, do you even think you can handle that? And Neil said, absolutely, I want that. I want to take on that storyline as a for closure, but also as an actor, I want to grow and be able to portray that. So yeah, they were always asking us.
They did that for me too, because they knew my parents were divorcing. And there's a point where Caitlin's parents were thinking about separating because he's having an affair and the dad's having an affair. And they asked me too, they're like, they studied us and they got a lot of their ideas from us going through stuff in our lives. And I was cool with that one.
I actually stole the set vehicle with the cast in it and took it for a joyride one day after work, and 6 months later, Joey steals a car with snake and wheels, and I got no writing credit for that episode. I got banned from the bus for a month, but that kind of stuff would happen.
We almost have to explain those things because they used to bus us in, to the set.
Vans.
So yeah, we were basically, it wasn't a nice bus.
No.
They were vans that would break down on the DVP. And all these kids standing at the side of the railing like this.
Degrassi Cast on the 401.
Okay, guys, we have time for one more question.
Uh-oh.
Somebody needs a really, really good question. It's got to be really good.
And thank you again, guys.
Is it really good? Yeah? Is it good?
If we don't get a chance to answer your question, come to our booth and you can talk to us at the booth after, really.
Hi, so I was actually not born until after school's out. But I started watching The Next Generation and then went back to rewatch.
Oh, cool.
And in the pilot episode, they actually pilot Caitlin sort of dealing with some sexuality stuff. I remember it, so I was wondering if y'all had any thoughts about what would have happened if they had actually just carried that storyline through.
That would have been brilliant. Of course.
Stacey is so sexy.
Yeah.
I don't even know
Caitlin
what
gets
story we're
together.
talking about. Like, what was the
Miss
story?
The whole Caitlin and
Right,
Miss
sorry.
Avery, she goes, she's having dreams. For people that didn't know know which episode she's referring to, Caitlin has dreams of being attracted to Ms. Avery, and she's questioning her sexuality. And yeah, that would have been cool if they had continued that on. I love that they kept it open-ended though. Like I love for Caitlin, like there's just like, okay, it's normal to be questioning your sexuality, and they never really, I mean, we do find out that Caitlin's attracted to Joey for whatever reason.
But if Caitlin was bi, Schools Out would have been a way better movie.
Oh my God, Matt! Why did you just think about this right now? That would have been amazing.
School's Out. Oh,
Best summer ever.
Yeah, well, nobody really knew about me. And when Bruce McNall directed on Next Gen, one of the storylines was a girl finding out that her father was gay. He was a broadcaster over in the UK, and he got married to another guy, and she was all messed up and acting out at school. And then they brought her into, she had to come to my office because of her behavior, and they really did up the whole ambiguity. There was no wedding ring that I was wearing. There was a picture of me and another guy on a fishing trip, obviously, but we're just, arms around each other holding a fish up. And the tea and the doilies and all that kind of stuff. I thought it was great that they played around with that to the point where it didn't matter. Right?
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be.
It's just like,
It mattered maybe erratically.
Doesn't he sound like Mr. Radish still? Like, it's unbelievable. His voice hasn't changed in 30 years.
But if I may add, before you wrap everything up and then make us leave, I think that as fans of the show, that you should be very happy about one thing, and that is that one of the original cast members of Degrassi Junior High is still at the helm and moving the series forward with Stephanie. And it's very comforting to know that somebody who's there and has seen it all from the start is still there.
Thank you, Dan. And the only thing I will say is that the writers on our latest version, Next Class on Netflix and Film Channel, not one of them has missed any episode of Degrassi, and they're our youngest writers are usually around like 23, 24, our oldest are probably like heading into their late 40s or early 40s. They know the show inside out. There's such a legacy that's so important to us to make sure that the show is relevant. Like this past year, it's like we have to do Syrian refugee kids. We kind of have to, and it's like that comes from a mindset of a super fan that's now a writer on the show. And what is that thing that has to be addressed? I know we have a couple things coming up that are LGBTQ in the next season. They were like, oh my God, if we don't do this, we're gonna be so far behind the curve. We've got to get back out there. It's like Adam. It's like we have once we lost Adam, we've got to go back and see what the next step is. These are people that are in love with what happened those first couple of seasons on Degrassi, and it's like there's a lot of people trying to keep the legacy alive. The nicest thing was when Linda watched an episode this season, where she turned around and another thing, she's like, oh my God, it's Degrassi Junior High. I'm like, I know, Linda, it's Degrassi Junior High. Oh my God, yeah, it's a storyline where one of our girls is learning to use a vibrator. And we're like, no, but we're like, it's totally you and his fucking wet dreams. Anyways, I really appreciate that, Dan. I think that there's a lot of importance in keeping up the legacy of something like Degrassi, always expanding and moving forward, but
Groundbreaking.
we want to make sure you guys feel it, so.
Well, Pat, why don't you lead us in that sing-along?
I got a live stream here, so thank you very much, everyone, for coming to Comic-Con and for joining us for the our first fan appreciation tour.
It was so fun.
We love Toronto, and we love the fact that Degrassi has been part of your lives, and we appreciate the fact that we had a small part of that experience with you guys. And as Joey Jeremiah and the Zit Remedy would say, everybody wants something, they'll never give up. Everybody wants something, they'll take your money, and they'll never give up.
some video clips from today or from any interaction with these guys to degrassitour@gmail.com.
DegrassiTour@gmail.com, and we'll put those pictures up on the Degrassi Tour Facebook page.
Can I just say thank you, Comic-Con, also for doing such a great job with us.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
And if anybody has a fan reaction, little clips you would like us to film, we're going to do over just to the side of this room to the right side.
Wait.
And
Class
we'll
dismissed.
put it all on the
Bye, guys. Thank you very much. Council Watkins in the audience, right next to me.
No coming up to the stage, please. Really good.
Okay, so that's our boss. She tells us what to do.
There's no taking pictures of her.
Thank you for finding my sister.
Exit the room.
How was that for the UK
No,
readers?
you're
Hey, good to see you, man. How you doing? I'm watching your shows all the time. Your car shows.
We need everybody to clear the room.
Photography.
Steph, this is a photo.
I mean,